नारायण जय गोपाल रे नारायण नारायण जय गोविंद रे नारायण नारायण जय गोपाल रे नारायण नारायण जय गोविंद रे नारायण नारायण Akhandamandalakaram Vyaptamena Characharam Tatparam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Ajnanatirmirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Savadam Shantamam Yatam Yatinchit Sacharacharam Tatparam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Tadachirapiyat Sarvam Trilokyam Sacharacharam Tatparam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sarvashruti Shiroradna Virajita Padambujaha Hidandambuja Suryoya Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Chaitanya Shasvata Shanto Yomatito Niranjanaha Indudala Galatita Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Jnana Shakti Samarudha Tattvamala Vibhushitaha Bhukti Mukti Pradata Cha Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Anika Janma Samprapta Karma Bandha Vidahini Atmajnana Pradhanena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shoshanam Bhava Sindhoscha Vyaparam Sarasamparaha Guru Marurikam Samyak Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Naguro Radikam Tattvam Naguro Radikam Tapaha Tattvajnana Param Nasti Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Manata Shri Jagannath Madguru Shri Jagadguru Mamatma Sarva Bhutatma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Guru Nadeva Nadisha Guru Parama Devatam Guru Parataram Nasti Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Tameva Bhatta Pita Tameva Tameva Bhajusya Sakha Tameva Tameva Vidyata Vinam Tameva Tameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tameva Bhatta Pita Tameva Tameva Bhajusya Sakha Tameva Tameva Vidyata Vinam Tameva Tameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Mata Chapita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhushcha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidyadravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Om Bhurabhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat Om Bhurabhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat Om Bhurabhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat.
Jai Gurudev, all of you. I will sing one bhajan first, but I would like you all to participate. Now, very often when we go somewhere, I think people just look. You know, we are not in a zoo. So, I don't think you will be able to recite the whole bhajan, but just say Ram Krishna Hari Vithala Vithala. What you will say?
Krishna Hari Vithala Vithala.
Yes. Ram Krishna Hari Vithala Vithala. Ram Krishna Hari Vithala Vithala. Ram Krishna Hari Vithala.
Ram Krishna Hari Vithala Vithala. Ram Krishna Hari Vithala.
Ram Krishna Hari Vithala Vithala. Ram Krishna Hari Vithala.
Ram Krishna Hari Vithala Vithala. Ram Krishna Hari Vithala.
Ram Krishna Hari Vithala Vithala. Ram Krishna Hari Vithala.
Ram Krishna Hari Vithala Vithala. Ram Krishna Hari Vithala.
Ram Krishna Hari Vithala Vithala. Ram Krishna Hari Vithala.
Ram Krishna Hari Vithala Vithala. Ram Krishna Hari Vithala.
Ram Krishna Hari
Vithala Vithala. Ram Krishna Hari Vithala Vithala. Ram Krishna Hari Vithala.
Ram Krishna Hari Vithala Vithala. Ram Krishna Hari Vithala.
Ram Krishna Hari Vithala Vithala. Ram Krishna Hari Vithala.
Ram Krishna Hari Vithala Vithala. Ram Krishna Hari Vithala.
Ram Krishna Hari Vithala Vithala. Ram Krishna Hari Vithala.
Ram Krishna Hari Vithala Vithala. Ram Krishna Hari Vithala.
Ram Krishna Hari Vithala Vithala. Ram Krishna Hari Vithala.
Ram Krishna Hari Vithala Vithala. Ram Krishna Hari Vithala.
Ram Krishna Hari Vithala Vithala. Ram Krishna Hari Vithala.
गिरधर नागर कहते मेरा सुर को श्यामर भाया.
श्यामल भाया.
तुकाराम और नामदेव ने. तुकाराम और नामदेव ने विठ्ठल विठ्ठल गाया.
विठ्ठल विठ्ठल गाया.
विठ्ठल विठ्ठल गाया.
विठ्ठल विठ्ठल गाया.
श्री राधे गोविंदा मन भजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है.
श्री राधे गोविंदा मन भजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है.
गोपाला हरि का प्यारा नाम है.
गोपाला हरि का प्यारा नाम है.
नंदलाला
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 नंदलाला हरि का प्यारा नाम है.
राम कृष्ण हरि विठ्ठल विठ्ठल. राम कृष्ण हरि विठ्ठल. राम कृष्ण हरि विठ्ठल विठ्ठल. राम कृष्ण हरि विठ्ठल.
राम कृष्ण हरि विठ्ठल विठ्ठल. राम कृष्ण हरि विठ्ठल.
राम कृष्ण हरि विठ्ठल विठ्ठल. राम कृष्ण हरि विठ्ठल.
राम कृष्ण हरि विठ्ठल विठ्ठल. राम कृष्ण हरि विठ्ठल.
राम कृष्ण हरि विठ्ठल विठ्ठल. राम कृष्ण हरि विठ्ठल.
राधा शक्ति बिना न कोई श्यामल दर्शन पाए.
श्यामल दर्शन पाए.
आराधन कर राधे राधे. आराधन कर राधे राधे. कान्हा भागे आए.
ओ कान्हा भागे आए.
ओ कान्हा भागे आए.
ओ कान्हा भागे आए.
श्री राधे गोविंदा मन भजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है.
श्री राधे गोविंदा मन भजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है.
गोपाला हरि का प्यारा नाम है.
गोपाला हरि का प्यारा नाम है.
नंदलाला
नंदलाला
गोपाला
गोपाला
गिरधारे हरि का प्यारा नाम है।
राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल विठ्ठल राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल विठ्ठल राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल
राम कृष्ण हरे
विठ्ठल
राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल
राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल विठ्ठल राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल
राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल विठ्ठल राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल
राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल विठ्ठल राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल
नरसिंह ने कर तर भाजे के सावरिया गहराए
सावरिया खुल जाया
सबरी ने अपने हाथों से सबरी ने अपने हाथों से प्रभु को भेद खिलाया
प्रभु को बेल खिलाया
ओ प्रभु को बेल खिलाया
प्रभु को बेल खिलाया
श्री राधे
हरि का प्यारा नाम है
श्री राधे गोविंदा मन भजने हरि का प्यारा नाम है। गोपाला हरि का प्यारा नाम है।
गोपाला हरि का प्यारा नाम है
नंदलाला
नंदलाला
गिरधारे
गिरधारी
गिरधारे हरि का प्यारा नाम है।
राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल
विठ्ठल राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल
राम
कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल विठ्ठल राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल
राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल विठ्ठल राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल
राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल विठ्ठल राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल
राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल विठ्ठल राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल
राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल विठ्ठल राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल
राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल विठ्ठल राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल
राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल विठ्ठल राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल
श्याम सलोना कुंज बिहारी नटवर लीलाधारी
मोहे जाने मन में
अंतरवासी हरि अविनाशी अंतरवासी हरि अविनाशी लागे शरण तिहारी
लागे शरण तिहारी
ओ लागे शरण तिहारी
लागे शरण तिहारी
श्री राधे गोविंदा मन भजने हरि का प्यारा नाम है।
श्री राधे गोविंदा मन भजने हरि का प्यारा नाम है
गोपाला हरि का प्यारा नाम है।
हरि का प्यारा नाम है
नंदलाला
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 नंदलाला हरि का प्यारा नाम है। राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल विठ्ठल राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल विठ्ठल राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल विठ्ठल राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल
राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल विठ्ठल राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल
राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल विठ्ठल राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल
राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल विठ्ठल राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल
राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल विठ्ठल राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल
राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल विठ्ठल राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल
राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल विठ्ठल राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल
राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल विठ्ठल राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल
राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल विठ्ठल राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल
राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल विठ्ठल राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल
राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल विठ्ठल राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल
राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल विठ्ठल राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल
राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल विठ्ठल राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल
राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल विठ्ठल राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल
फल पधारे मेरो लंबदका
पधारे मेरे लंबदका
भले पधारे मेरे लंबदका
पधारे मेरे लंबदका
राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल विठ्ठल राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल
राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल विठ्ठल राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल
राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल विठ्ठल राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल
राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल विठ्ठल राम कृष्ण हरे विठ्ठल
राम कृष्ण हरे Vittala Vittala Rama Krishna Hare Vittala
Rama Krishna Hare Vittala Vittala Rama Krishna Hare Vittala
Madha Vittala Madha Vittala
Madha Vittala Madha Vittala
Madha Vittala Madha Vittala
Madha Vittala
Madha Vittala
Madha Vittala
Madha Vittala Madha Vittala
Madha Vittala Madha Vittala
Madha Vittala Madha Vittala
Madha Vittala Madha Vittala
Rama Krishna Hare Vittala Vittala Rama Krishna Hare Vittala
Rama Krishna Hare Vittala Vittala Rama Krishna Hare Vittala
Rama Krishna Hare Vittala Vittala Rama Krishna Hare Vittala
Rama Krishna Hare Vittala Vittala Rama Krishna Hare Vittala
Rama Krishna Hare Vittala Vittala Rama Krishna Hare Vittala Jai Gurudev, all of you. It's lovely to be here. The third time in Toronto. So as probably you all know, I came here especially for the opening of a temple for Srimati Radharani, which tomorrow is the Radhashtami, the appearance day of Srimati Radharani, and we'll be doing the Pran Pratishtha for Radharani. Earlier I was asking Saram, what will I talk, because I've been talking everywhere. One thing which is very important, why are we here? We are here to be happy. Agree or not? I don't think there's anybody is here to be miserable. Have you met many people who are miserable? It's true. You see, your whole being is Satchidananda. Bhagwan resides inside of you. No? God resides inside of you. That is the parcel of divinity that you hold. That means you should be happy. By any means, happiness is something which flows naturally. It is not something that you have to do. Nowadays you hear people always say, I have to do this to be happy, I have to do that to be happy. Happiness doesn't depend on anything. Happiness is not depending on what we have, how much we have, or who we have. This is your inheritance from the divine itself to be happy. But yet, you engage yourself to make yourself more miserable. And have you seen the animal? Most of the time they're happy. Have you seen the birds? They're always chirping and being happy. Naturally, this is your state, but you have to be. But yet, we have to be reminded. Remind ourselves continuously that we have to be happy. But yet our mind is so much drawn towards the outside. So if I am happy, I must be happy of having this or that or someone. Then where is your happiness? It's gone. We become naturally miserable. But there is great investment in being misery. In the miserable state, there's great investment into it. When you're miserable, people care for you. People sympathize with you. People look after you. People ask you how you are. No? When you are happy, does somebody come and ask you that? No, they will not ask you. So that's why I said there's great investment of being happy. Great investment of being miserable. That's what you have to think about. You continuously say to yourself, yeah, I am miserable. People care for you. People attend to you. People love you. That's what it is, when you're miserable. People look after you. If somebody is joyful, Does somebody ask the person, how are you today? No. But if somebody is miserable, looking at the grumpy face of that person, continuously you will ask, why are you miserable? You know? How can I help you? What should I do for you? You attend. That's why this world is like that. People run to become miserable. And yet, they want to be happy. But when you are happy, what happens? You know, when you're miserable, you have a lot of people care for you. Lot of people, a lot of friends with you will entertain you. But when you become happy, what happens? They go away. Bye-bye. Why is that state? Have you noticed something when you are into the world, you know, when you are still searching about your spiritual path, you have not yet found, you have a lot of friends which will entertain you. Let's go to this pub, let's go to this festival, you know. But then you become spiritual. Everybody will like to discourage you. So why are you going to this path? You know? Why? Because you are radiant. You know, you become radiant, you become happy. The moment you become happy, they start to see their own miserable state. That you have attained to happiness. Why? You have heard this saying, if I am not happy, you should not be happy. You don't have the right to be happy. So they are still in that darkness state. When they are still in that darkness state, everything appeared terrible. Happiness, like I said, is a very natural state. It's a state of who you are. There's no effort needed to be happy. But to be miserable, there is always a lot of effort. Because you have to go and look for things to make you unhappy. Do you notice that in your life? Huh? Analyze your life, you will see. Have you seen people who are into that blissful state? Naturally they are happy. But when they are happy like that, when you are in that joy, into that bliss, you will irritate everybody else. This is how it happened. People don't want you to be happy. You will irritate the people. You will make them more frustrated, which is good. And you should do it more often, because that's what will remind them that they have to transform. But if you sit there and sympathize with them, you are encouraging them to become more miserable. That doesn't mean that you can't help them. Help them. But remind them how ugly it is to be unhappy. Like that you will be able to do something for the society. Otherwise, you are not doing anything for society. You are just playing the same role as all these millions and billions of people are doing. If something have touched you inside, something have transformed you, all your action, whatever you do. You know, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna said, chapter 2, verse 49 of Bhagavad Gita, he said that, O Arjun, take refuge in knowledge. Perform all action, you know, which is not based on a selfish motive, but it's based upon divine knowledge. For those who perform selfish motives or selfish motives, they are a miser. You know? So beautifully Vyasa have wrote, you know, what Bhagavan Krishna have spoken. You know. It's a reminder that our aim in life must be highest. Our goal must be a goal that we can't even reach. Even if we want to reach that goal, we should not reach that goal. Strange, no? I'm telling you to set a goal where you can't even reach. Because that should not be the goal. The goal is a motive to reach there. If you don't have that motive inside of you, you don't have that excitement inside of you to reach somewhere, you will never reach anywhere. Imagine you're working so much, you know, and said you set a certain goal. Let's say I want to get 10 million. Once you reach 10 million, what is that? What is left afterwards? Huh? You are waiting, turning your finger, waiting for a decent death to happen to you? No, put a goal where you can't reach. That is the divine aim. You know? The highest of all. And let yourself be inspired, like Krishna said in that verse. You see, you have to perform action that is inspired you. Inspiration is the aim. You know? If you're not inspired in what you're doing, you can't reach. You are not inspired to move forward. So that, you see, then you will do everything with a certain motive. Yes, I'm going to work in a miserable state. No? I'm lagging. You know, I'm dragging my leg to go to work. You know. There's no excitement. But when you do something with certain inspiration, you know, certain excitement inside of you, you may work, you will not get tired. You're not looking at your watch when the time will come to go back home. You're inspired to move forward, to do it to your best. There, Bhagavan is reminding you that, yes, you have to try your best. Try your best in everything that you do in life. If you want to be truly happy, try your best to attain. But by trying, that is not the goal itself. You know, trying must be from something that inspired you, that push you forward always. And love is like that. When we talk about love in our life, love is inspiration. Love is your being. Love is all around you. And those who perceive that, you know, those who have attained to that love, you know, those who are seated into that love, everything that they do is infused with that love. Then everything becomes perfect. You know, like Bhagavan is perfect. And Bhagavan wants that his creation is reminded to become the reflection of him. Imagine somebody come to you and said, yes, I'm very in blissful state, but yet looking at your face is miserable. Do you become an inspiration for the people? You can't inspire yourself. How do you inspire somebody else? They will run away from you. So become your being. You know, become who you are. Get to know who you are. That parcel of love inside of you, that parcel of divinity which you hold, that potential that you hold inside of you, that's what is waiting to be awakened. You know. And this is the nature of your being, to be joyful and happy. And blissful. Because bliss is everlasting. There's nothing highest to bliss. That's why we call Bhagavan Satchidananda. No? Sat means truth. Chit means awareness. And Ananda is bliss. The true, eternal awareness, blissful state in which you hold in fact. It continues to remind you of that. Not of your miserable, not of your worry, not of your pain. Like I said earlier, you see, nowadays we have taken partnership with our misery. But it have become a very great investment. And we see that every day, everywhere. Because if we are not miserable, we think that people will forget about us. For example, you know, a husband and a wife, you know. If the wife is peaceful, happy, the husband don't remember the wife. Yes or no? When the wife is miserable, automatically the husband can't forget about her. If the husband is miserable, the whole family is unhappy. But it is also a psychological game into that. Like that, he's aware of his family and his friends, because we're trying to care and look after. So this game, everywhere you see it, wherever you go, you see everybody's playing that game. But when you come on the spiritual path, it teaches you that freedom what you hold inside of you, that divine aspect which is good, that to be free to express yourself, to be free to be who you are. And for that you have to learn to accept yourself. Because without accepting yourself, before everybody sit in that fear. If I am like I'm being myself, I will be condemned. I will be judged. But this is fine. Let them do whatever they want to do. You be yourself. And awake into that divine glory which you hold inside of you. That will bring much joy to you and to everybody around you. Because when people look at you, in spite of being into their darkness, they will start to think. They will start to reflect upon. And you become an inspiration for others also. Jai Gurudev. मत कर माया को अहंकार, मत कर काया को घमंड, काया गार से काचे। मत कर माया को अहंकार, मत कर माया को घमंड, काया गार से काचे। ओ कायागार से काचीर जैसे खोसरा मोती, झोंका पवन का लग जाए, जप का पवन का लग जाए, काया दूर हो जासी। मत कर माया को अहंकार, मत कर काया को घमंड, काया गार से काचे।
कायागार से काचे।
ओ कायागार से काचीर जैसे होसरा मोती, झोंका पवन का लग जाए, जप का पवन का लग जाए, काया दूर हो जासी, काया तेरी दूर हो जासी। एका संतता महाराज, जिनका मूर्ख में है राज, जिनकर झूलता हाथी।
जिनका झूलता हाथी।
ओ जिन घर झूलता हाथी रे, इन घर दिया ना बाती, झोंका पवन का लग जाए, जप का पवन का लग जाए, या दूर हो जासी, काया तेरी दूर हो जासी। मत कर माया को अहंकार, मत कर काया को घमंड, काया गार से काचे। ओ कायागार से काचीर जैसे होसरा मोती, झोंका पवन का लग जाए, जप का पवन का लग जाए, काया दूर हो जासी, काया तेरी दूर हो जासी। उठ गया सिंदूर तारो तेर, भी कर गया सब निज केर, बुझ गए दिया की बाती। बुझ गया सिंदूर तारो तेर, भूई कर गया सब निज केर, बुझ गए दिया की बाती। हो बुझ गए दिया के बातेर जैसे होसरा मोती झोंका पवन का लग जाए जप का पवन का लग जाए काया दूर हो जासे काया तेरी दूर हो जासे मत कर माया को अहंकार मत कर काया को घमंड काया गार से काचे
काया गार से काचे
ओ काया गार से काचेर जैसे होसरा मोती झोंका पवन का लग जाए
जप का पवन का लग जाए काया दूर हो जासे
काया तेरी दूर हो जासे झूठा माई तारो बाप झूठा सकल परिवार ज्योति कूटता छाती झूठा माई तारो बाप झूठा सकल परिवार ज्योति कूटता छाती हो झूठी कूटता छाती जैसे होसरा मोती झोंका पवन का लग जाए जप का पवन का लग जाए काया दूर हो जासे
काया तेरे
दूर हो जासे मत कर माया को अहंकार मत कर काया को घमंड काया गार से काचे
काया गार से काचे
ओ काया गार से काचेर जैसे होसरा मोती
झोंका पवन का लग जाए जप का पवन का लग जाए काया दूर हो जासे
काया तेरी दूर हो जासे लाल में ताल लाल तेरा क्या क्यों हवार जिनको जन्म ले जासी जिनको जन्म ले जासिर जैसे होसरा मोती झोंका पवन का लग जाए जप का पवन का लग जाए काया दूर हो जासी काया तेरी दूर हो जासे मत कर माया को अहंकार मत कर काया को अभिमान काया घार से काचे
काया गार से काचे
ओ काया गार से काचेर जैसे होसरा मोती झोंका पवन का लग जाए जप का पवन का लग जाए काया दूर हो जासे काया तेरी दूर हो जासे भोलिया भवानी हो नाथ गुरु जी ने सिर पे धरिया हाथ जिससे मुक्ति मिल जासी
जिनसे मुक्ति मिल जासी
भोलिया भवानी हो नाथ गुरु जी ने सिर पे धरिया हाथ जिससे मुक्ति मिल जासी
जिनसे मुक्ति मिल जासी
जिससे मुक्ति मिल जासी रे जैसे सोच राम मोती झोंका 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 पवन का लग जाए जप का पवन का लग जाए काया दूर हो जासे काया तेरी दूर हो जासे मत कर माया को अहंकार मत कर काया को घमंड काया गार से काचे
काया गार से काचे
ओ काया गार से काचेर जैसे होसरा मोती झोंका पवन का लग जाए जप का पवन का लग जाए काया दूर हो जासे काया तेरी दूर हो जासे काया दूर हो जासे काया तेरी दूर हो जासे काया तेरी दूर हो जासे काया दूर हो जासे मत कर माया को अहंकार घार मत कर काया होगा मंद काया घार से काछे।
श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। हिरण्यवर्णां हरिणीं सुवर्णरथचस्रजां चन्द्रां हिरण्मयीं लक्ष्मीं जातवेदो महावः। तामावह जातवेदो लक्ष्मीमनपगामिनीं यस्यां हिरण्यं विन्देयं गामश्वान् पुरुषानहम्। अश्वपूर्वां रथमध्यां हस्तिनारप्रबोधिनीं श्रियं देवीमुपावये श्रीर्मादेवी जुषताम्। तां सोऽस्मितां हिरण्यप्राकारमर्द्रां ज्वलन्तीं तृप्तां तर्पयन्तीं पद्मे स्थितां पद्मवर्णां तामिहोपावये श्रियम्। चन्द्रां प्रभस्तां यशसा ज्वलन्तीं श्रियं लोके देवजुष्टामुदाराम्। तां पद्मिनीं शरणमहं प्रपद्ये अलक्ष्मीर्मे नश्यतां त्वां वृणे। आदित्यवर्णे तपसोऽधिजातो वनस्पतिस्तव वृक्षोऽथ बिल्वः। तस्य फलानि तपसा निदन्तु मायान्तरायश्च बाय अलक्ष्मीः। उभेतु मां देवसखा कीर्तिश्च मयिना सह। प्रादुर्भूतोऽस्मि अस्येऽस्मिन् कीर्तिं वृद्धिं ददातु मे। शुक्तिपासामलां ज्येष्ठामलक्ष्मीं नाशयाम्यहम्। अबुद्धिमसमृद्धिं च सर्वाण्यनुरनेगयात्। गन्धद्वारां दुरादर्शां नित्यपुष्टां करीशिनीम्। ईश्वरीं सर्वभूतानां तामिहोपावये श्रियम्। मनसा काममाकुतिं वाचः सत्यमशीमहि। पशूनां रूपमनस्य मयि श्रीश्रयतां यशः। कर्दमेन प्रजाभूता मयि सम्भव कर्दमान्। श्रियं वासय मे कुले मातरं पद्ममालिनी। आपसृजन्तु स्निग्धानि चिकीर्षवसं मे गृहे। निज देवी मातरं श्रियं वासय मे कुले। आर्द्रां पुष्करिणीं पुष्टिं सुवर्णां हेममालिनीं। सूर्यां हिरण्मयीं लक्ष्मीं जातवेदो महावः। आर्द्रां यकरिणीं यष्टिं पिङ्गलां पद्ममालिनीं। चन्द्रां हिरण्मयीं लक्ष्मीं जातवेदो महावः। तामावह जातवेदो लक्ष्मीमनपगामिनीं यस्यां हिरण्यं प्रभुतं गावो दास्योऽश्वान् विन्देयं पुरुषानहम्। यशुचि प्रयतो भूत्वा जुहुयादजमन्वहम्। सुप्तं पञ्चदशचं च श्रीकामा सततं जपेत्। पद्मप्रिये पद्मिनि पद्महस्ते पद्मालये पद्मदलायताक्षि। विश्वप्रिये विष्णुमनोनुकूले त्वत्पादपद्मं मयि सन्निधत्स्व। महालक्ष्मी च विद्महे विष्णुपत्न्यै च धीमहि तन्नो लक्ष्मी प्रचोदयात्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। तदक्षयोरावृणीमहे गातुं यज्ञाय गातुं यज्ञपतये। देवी स्वस्तिरस्तु नः स्वस्तिर्मानुषेभ्यः ऊर्ध्वं जिगातु भेषजम् शन्नो अस्तु द्विपदे शञ्चतुष्पदे ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः सहस्रशीर्षा पुरुषः सहस्राक्षः सहस्रपात् सभूमिं विश्वतो भृत्वा अत्यधिष्ठादशाङ्गुलम् पुरुष एवेदगं सर्वम् यद्भूतं यच्च भाव्यम् उचामृतध्वशेषाणः यदन्येनातिरोहति एतावानस्य महिमा अथोऽध्यायगुश्च पुरुषः पादोऽस्य विश्वभूतानि त्रिपादस्यामृतं दिवि त्रिपादोर्द्वौतै पुरुषः पादोऽस्येह भवत् पुनः ततो विश्वं व्याक्रामत् शासनानशने अपि तस्मात् विराज जायत विराजो अधिपुरुषः स जातो अत्यरिच्यत पश्चात् भूमिमतो पुरः यत्पुरुषेण हविषा देवा यज्ञमतङ्गता वसन्तो अस्यासि राज्यम् ग्रीष्म इद्मा शरद्कविः सप्तास्यासन् परिदयः त्रिसप्तसमिरकृता देवयज्ञानं तन्वाना अपद्नान् पुरुषं पशुम् तयज्ञं परिषि प्रोक्षन् पुरुषं जातमग्रातः तेन देवा अयजन्त सर्वऋषयश्च ये तस्मात् यज्ञात् सर्वभूतः संवृतं प्रसिद्धाज्यम् पशुगस्तागश्चक्रे वायव्यान् अरण्यान् ग्राम्यश्च ये तस्मात् यज्ञात् सर्वभूतः ऋषसामानि जज्ञिरे छन्दगुंसि जज्ञिरे तस्मात् यजुस्तस्मात् जायत तस्मादश्वा अजायन्त एकेचो भयदतः गावो जज्ञिरे तस्मात् जाता अजावयः यत्पुरुषं यदरुः कथिता व्यकल्पयन् मुखं किमस्य कौ बाहु काभूरुपादावुच्यते ब्राह्मणोऽस्य मुखमासीत् बाहुराजन् यत्कृतः ऊरुतरस्य यद्वैश्यः पद्यागुं शूद्रो अजायत चन्द्रमा मनसो जातः चक्षुः सूर्यो अजायत मुखारिन्द्रश्चाग्निश्च प्राणावायुरजायत नाभ्यासीदन्तरिक्षम् शीर्ष्णौ द्यौ समवर्तत पद्भ्यां भूमिर्दिशा श्रोत्रात् तथा लोकागम कल्पयन् वेदाहमेतं पुरुषं महान्तम् आदित्यवर्णं तमसस्तु भारे सर्वाणि रूपाणि विचित्य धीरः नामानि कृत्वा विवदन्यरस्ते दाता पुरस्ताद्यमुदा जहार शक्रप्रविद्वान् परिषष्टतस्रः तमेवं विद्वानमृतय भवति नान्यपन्थ अयनाय विद्यते यज्ञेन यज्ञमयजन्त देवाः तानि धर्माणि प्रथमान्यासन् ते अनाकामहिमानः सचन्ते यत्र पूर्वे सार्याः सन्ति देवाः अभ्यासम्भूता पृथिव्येन सा च विश्वकर्मणा समवर्तताति तस्यात्वस्था विदधा रूपमेति तत्पुरुषस्य विश्वमाजानमग्रे वेदाहमेतं पुरुषं महान्तम् आदित्यवर्णं तमसः परस्तात् तमेवं विद्वानमृतयः भवति Nanya panta vidyate yanaya Prajapatishchariti garbhe antaha Ajayamano bahuda vijayate Tasya dhira parijananti yonim Marichinam paramichanti vedasaha Yo devebhya atapati Yo devanam purohitaha Purvo yo devebhyo chataha Namo ruchaya brahmaye Rucham brahmam chanayantaha Deva agre tadabruvan Yasvaivam brahmano vidyat Tasya deva asanvashe Rishate lakshmi stapanyo Ahoratre pashve Nakshatrani rupam Ashvino vyatam Ishtam manishana Abom manishana Sarvam manishana Tachayora vrihimahe Gatum yagnaya Gatum yagnapataye Devi swastirastunaha Swastir manushebhyaha Urvam jigatu beshajam Shano asudvipade Shanchatushpade Om Shanti 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 Shri Guru Pyo